My experience in Miami was so traumatic that I disassociated that whole experience. Grab some wine, because when I tell you this story is insane, it is insane. Okay? Welcome to my channel. Now guys, I was a little bit of a hypocrite and I went to Miami and got some work done. But let me tell you something. I still stand by everything I said in my last video. My experience in Miami was so traumatic. I forgot the name of the clinic that I went to. Mind you, I got a procedure done in 2023. We are in 2025. And I can still tell you my doctor's name, my whole experience in the Dominican Republic, which was in 2020. So the only reason I went to Miami is because I had a friend who recently went to Miami, and she said that her experience was fine, and she told me that, and she looked good, not gonna lie, her results were wow. She looks really, really good. Miami is literally a butcher shop. It's a meat market. Like, you will feel like a piece of meat, because they do not, like I said in the previous video, they do not care. And I experienced it firsthand. The reason I went to Miami was because I wanted to do a breast reduction and lift. I did not want to go out of the country for a breast reduction, anything related to boobs. I did not want to go out the country because if you have complications, it's very hard for a doctor to see you in America. You have to go back to whatever country you did whatever boob job, right? If you go get your boobs done in the Dominican Republic or Miami, go to a doctor that specializes, that most of his work is in boobs. Tip number one. I did not expect that it would be like this. I reach out to this clinic. I speak to a coordinator. I'm telling her what I want to do, and she was like, oh, you know, we're having a promotion right now, so you might as well do a lipo. Like, just do a lipo because you're already here. If I'm already laying on the table, I might as well do a lipo. That was my thought process. To reserve your spot, you have to pay like half of the surgery. So I paid for half of the surgery, okay? As you get closer to the dates, they have you pay more amounts because they want you to pay the full balance before you go to Miami, which is insane because in the Dominican Republic, they just have you pay your deposit, and then when you get there, the day before, once they see that you're cleared for surgery, they have you pay the other amount, okay? I think it's like 2 weeks before I'm supposed to go out to Miami, and a very well-known celebrity ended up passing away in Miami. They did multiple procedures. They got a bacteria. Like, it didn't go well for her, and it's so sad. Like, I'm telling you, my whole feed on Instagram, everything online was about her. I'm an overthinker. Like, I have anxiety, especially when it comes to like surgery. Like, my anxiety when I saw that was through the roof. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, those blogs about surgery, they usually recommend not doing multiple procedures in one because it's dangerous. You know, it's just a higher risk for anything to go wrong. Me and God are like this. That is my father. That is my homeboy. That is my everything. What did I do? I prayed. I prayed to God one night, and I was like, God, show me a sign. Even though they say you shouldn't, you know, ask for a sign. But I said, God, I know I shouldn't ask you for a sign, but please tell me if I'm making a mistake. Like, tell me that I shouldn't do both procedures at once. Okay? 2 days later, I am working. I get a call from the coordinator. Mind you, I already paid my full balance already. Okay? So she calls me. She says, hey, it looks like you haven't paid the other half of your surgery. And I'm like, what do you mean? I paid $4,000 more. What do you mean? Where is my $4,000? She's like, it's not there. It's not showing in the system. I had a screenshot where after I paid, it says 0.00. There was no balance. I paid it, and then I went into my bank statement, and it was taken from my account. So I'm going back and forth with the lady because now I'm upset because I'm like, what do you mean? Like, that's $4,000. You guys have it. Like, don't tell me you did not get the $4,000. I'm stressing. I'm going back and forth with her. I'm like, I'm gonna call my bank. Give me a second. I had my bank on the other line, and my bank is like, we sent it. It's there. In the midst of all this, for some reason, I got this wave of like peace. This is the sign that I prayed to God for. And in that moment, I just like told my bank, you know what? I need you guys to do like a fraud case and get my money back. I need my money back because I don't know where it went. So the bank is like, cool, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of that for you. I called the coordinator back and I was like, listen, I'm just going to do my lipo. Because the part of the lipo was already paid. What was left over was the boob job. And the coordinator tried to give me a little bit of a hard time. Like, no, like you need to pay. Like, it's not going to work out. Like, we gave you a promotion. I'm like, okay, just give me the difference of like what I owe for the lipo. Because I already paid most of the lipo. Like the lipo part was paid off. We're going back and forth. And she was like, you know what, it's fine. Just come and we'll figure it out once you get to the clinic. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Remember that part because it's crucial to this story. I get to Miami 2 weeks later. This clinic is located, this is the thing I'm gonna say. This clinic is located in like Little Havana. I thought I was in Cuba. I was like, where the hell am I? I get there, I speak to this one lady. She goes, okay, so you're gonna get a breast reduction and a lift and lipo 360. I was like, no. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, no, I'm getting a lipo 360. You guys said that you didn't get the other half of the payment for the boobs. And she was like, what? It's okay. Like, you can still get it done. Like, she was trying to tell me that it's okay. She was like, just get your boobs done. It's okay. We're going to figure it out. If you paid it, you paid it. It's there. One thing about me, I'm going to listen to God. I'm going to listen to God every single time. Okay? So I was like, no, it's okay. I don't want to do it. She was like, all right, well, if anything, like, you can just come back and do your boobs another time. In my head, I'm like, I'm not coming back here. I already knew, like, it was so weird, like, because I'm just, like, an energy person. Like, I feel people's vibes. I know everyone says that, but, like, I really just have I don't know. You know what I mean. I was just like, no. And she was like, okay, so you're doing a lipo 360. Do you want to do your arms and your back? I looked at her like she had 4 heads. I was like, ma'am, I'm doing a lipo 360. Doesn't that mean everything? She's like, no. She said, lipo 360 is only your abdomen. Like, it's only your front area. And I'm like, huh? Is this new? Am I new here? In the Dominican Republic, you pay for a lipo, they're doing your back, they're doing your arms, they're doing your stomach. That's a lipo 360 in the Dominican Republic. Now it's extra. I didn't know this. I don't know. Everything changed after COVID, but I thought that was crazy. I was like, wow. So I had to pay an extra $1,000 for my arms and my back. I was like, whatever, I'm already here. Like, I'm not going to do my stomach and not do my arms and my back. Like, it didn't make any sense. So I was like, yeah, just add it on. So now I go to the main, like, lobby, if you want to call it. It was literally like 500 to 600 square footage. Like, that lobby was so small. Remember that. It was very small. I gave the lady, the receptionist, my paperwork. She's like, okay, just sit down. Like, you're going to go in and talk to a nurse, and they're going to do some lab work and blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. I was there all day. All day waiting for just to do like 2 little things. I don't even remember what the nurse even like checked for, because before I went to Miami, I did do lab work before going just to make sure that everything was okay. So I think they were going over my result. They asked me a few questions, and then these 2 people walk in, a woman and a man. So apparently they're in charge of the social media marketing and all that, right? She was like, oh, like, do you want to be on our social media? Like, we're gonna just do a video of your before and then we'll post your after. Like, I promise we're gonna take a really good care of you and you're gonna come out really, really, really good. And I'm looking at her like it felt weird. Like, it didn't feel genuine. It just, the atmosphere, the environment was not it. Like, I'm telling you, it felt very like a meat factory. Like, it just didn't feel like how I felt in the Dominican Republic. So whatever, she's like, you know, if you get on the social media page, I'll make sure you look really, really good. In my head, I'm like, absolutely not. Because one thing about me, I don't care about clout. I don't care about money. What I care about is my name and my reputation. I will not advertise, market anything that I don't believe in or feel like it's actually good. Like, I'm not going to do that. And I was nice about it. I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I just don't want to be on social media. I finished with my day and they're like, come back tomorrow at 7 a.m. for your surgery. They said, don't eat, don't drink anything, 12 hours. I don't remember the time, but you're not supposed to eat or drink anything. And next day comes, I show up to the clinic at 7 a.m. like they told me. I'm in the 500, 600 square footage room, all right? I'm in that room thinking, oh, they're probably gonna move me pretty soon to like a different room, to like my surgery's probably soon. Guys, I was in the lobby from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., okay? With girls walking in, doing exams, waiting to see if they would be cleared for surgery. That's not proper procedure. I don't care what they say. That is not proper procedure, because in the Dominican Republic, and I'm pretty sure in Colombia they do the same thing. When you show up for your surgery, they put you in a separate room with a bed, with a shower, with clothes, and you in your room by yourself, okay? You're not in a main room with other people walking in and out. That's what it was in that lobby. People were walking in and out while me and like other girls were waiting to go into surgery. And it's a small, tiny room. Like, you see my living room? It was like that big. And think about how many people are coming in and out. My anxiety was through the roof, because I was like, where the hell am I? Why did I come to this clinic? They clearly do not prioritize health. And it's so funny because I found their Instagram because I went to my friend's DM and I scrolled up and I found it because I literally forgot the name of the clinic. And on their bio it says, health is our #1 priority. BS. BS. Because listen, why am I in a room full of girls that are doing COVID tests, that are just trying to figure out if they can go into surgery? Like, what if one of them has a bacteria? Remember, I said bacteria, okay? So I'm freaking out and I'm hungry. I'm angry because I am in this room with so many people. Like, think about it. You're going into surgery. You want to feel like the environment that you're in is safe. I did not feel safe, because why are all these people in here? Why am I not in a separate room? When I tell you those people were sick of me, because I got up every 30 minutes and I went to the receptionist. I was like, listen, I was like, lady, when am I going in? Why am I still in this room? And they just kept telling me to wait, to hold on, to relax. How the hell do you want me to relax if my life is in your hands in a few hours? But they thought I was crazy. They were sick of me, okay? By 4 o'clock, baby, I was raging because I'm hungry and I'm angry and I'm scared for my life, okay? And at that point, they were like, okay, like, just come in. So they had me come in. Guys, when I tell you that, first of all, in the Dominican Republic, when they were marking me up, it was my doctor marking me up. I met my doctor, okay? Which made the procedure even more easier, because I felt at ease because I saw my doctor. I got a feel about like how she was. And actually the day before my surgery, when I had to go pay the other amounts, I met with my surgeon. Guys, I never saw my doctor. I went in there shaking. The lady was like, honey, relax, like, please relax. I was crying because I was so angry. Just imagine, like, I'm over here risking my life with people who don't care about my life. If you had surgery, you know you're really cold after, and my mouth was super dry. They got me a Gatorade, and baby, they wasted no time. Put me in a wheelchair and said, adios. They said, adios, mi amor, okay? They wheeled me out to my mom. And in that moment, they gave my mom my prescription information. And guess what? We had to go to CVS. I'm fresh off the table. Excruciating pain. To go pick up my medicine. In the Dominican Republic, you buy your medicine before the day of the surgery. So now I'm in CVS. I'm in my friend's car in pain, waiting for my medicine. It took like 30 or 40 minutes because they didn't give us the order until we left. That's surgery day #1. Did they text me that night? No. They texted me the next day. They did not ask me how I was feeling, how I was doing, nothing. Like, I'm telling you, these people did not care. So whatever, they tell me my massage day is at this time, right? I think they texted me that like 4 p.m. At 6 p.m., I get a call from the clinic. And they say, can you guess what they said? And they said, your bank charged us. They did a chargeback for $4,000. They took the money back that they claimed that they never received. And they were like, can you please have your bank send it back? I said, absolutely not, because you told me you never got it. And they were like, oh, but don't you want to do your boobs? Like, send it back and we'll have it as a credit for you. I was like, no, I do not want to do my boobs with you guys. Shout out to my bank, okay? Because they had my back. And I love the fact that the chargeback didn't happen until after my surgery. Because mind you, they opened this case a month before. What are the odds that it would have happened right after my surgery? After I got my procedure done. So I be saying, don't play with God's children. Don't play with God's favorite, okay? Don't play with me, because God got my back. They thought they were going to keep that $4,000. Absolutely not. I said, bank, that is fraud. Get my money back. And they did, okay? After that, girl, when I walked back into that clinic to get my massage, no one greeted me. No one. Not the receptionist, not the lady that like did my that checked me in the beginning to like go over what I was going to get for surgery. The two people that do the marketing, they didn't even look at me. Nothing. I'm like, shit, I already paid for like I think I paid for 3 days of massages, and I'm like, I don't want to come back here. So I ended up doing my massages those 3 days. And mind you, let me tell you something, that was so brutal. Massages are a 10. Like, they are painful, but in Miami they are a 20. They did not give me a drainage, which I like. If you watch my previous video, I recommend the drainage 100% because it makes it easier. Your recovery is easier because you have all this blood coming out, right? So when you do your massages, it's less painful, in my opinion. When I went to go do my massages in Miami with them, they were squeezing, like squeezing my open wound. Like, guys, blood was squirting everywhere. Okay? I have a friend in Miami, so she referred another massage lady, and she ended up doing the rest of my massages. This is the juiciest part of this whole story, okay? It is the day before I have to come back to Boston because I'm from Massachusetts. I had to get a letter from my job, like just stating that I was, you know, out for medical reasons. I go to the clinic, main lobby, to the receptionist, and I'm waiting there because there's a girl in front of me, but the lobby is full as usual because they don't care about health. There was a girl talking about how she came back to the clinic because she got an infection. Me and my mom were looking at each other like, y'all won't guess. Y'all won't guess where she got an infection. She got an infection in her boob from a boob job there. So I turn around and I'm like, oh my God, really? Like, I was gonna do my boobs, but I didn't do it. She's like, yeah, I got an infection. Like, they told me to come back because they would take care of it. She's like, look. She showed me a picture of her boob. Her nipple was yellow. Like, yellow with, like, things coming out. Me and my mom just looked at each other like, we gotta get out of here. I'm like, let me get my paper. She gave me a little letter or whatever. Now I'm walking outside of the clinic. There is a girl yelling on the phone with her friend saying, I don't know what's going on. They're telling me that they didn't receive the other half of my payment. I paid my full balance. I don't understand what's going on because I'm already here. Me and my mom look at each other again. And I'm like, they're scamming girls out here in Miami. Like, they are really scamming girls to pay double. I was so shocked by my whole experience in Miami. Places like that in Miami only care about money. And it was very, very clear. Okay? So this is just my story time about Miami. If you still want to go to Miami, go to Miami, okay? The reason why I was so upset with them, it wasn't even about me. Honestly, it was not about me. I was thinking about the girls that have never had surgery and this is their first experience. It was traumatizing. Traumatizing. The main thing that I learned after that surgery is that I need to just prioritize a better lifestyle. That is it. You can do lipo 5 times, but if you are not taking care of yourself, you're always going to end up on that surgery table. And I do not want to end up on a surgery table all the time going through something like that. Surgery shouldn't have felt like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Hit subscribe, follow me, whatever you want to call it. Like, just stay tuned with me because I'm going to be uploading way more. I'm going to be consistent. Okay, I promise you, I will be consistent, and I'm going to have a lot of fun stuff for you guys. So make sure to subscribe. Okay?